Oh man, you talk about video games?
Yeah, let's record this shit.
Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 59 of Ignore the Backlog podcast. My name is the real Portz, and evil Space Bunny is here. Bunny, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Portz. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
Doing pretty good?
Doing pretty good. Yeah, it's the end of my vacation, so I'm feeling a little down, but it'll be fine. Once I get back into the groove of things, it'll be fine.
Yeah, everything will be fine.
I had 10 days off. It's real tough to get back to reality after that many days off.
Yeah. I mean, when I started working again after, like COVID and everything, it just was like not the same.
Oh, for sure. No,
and now I'm back on that again where I'm laid off because of COVID, and I'm just like, I'm going to fucking hate going back to work again.
At least you're staying productive and shit, like
I'm
streaming
trying.
And stuff. Like, I didn't do shit.
You did, but
I did one co-stream.
Yeah, you did one co-stream. So what did you play then?
I played a bunch of shit.
Okay.
My RuneScape grind is sort of
Dwindling?
Yeah, dwindling for sure. Like I'm sort of the only things I want to do in the league are like endgame shit, but like the raids you need people for.
Mm-hmm.
And I know people that are already done with that shit and don't want to play the league anymore, or I know people that didn't get to that point in the league, so
yeah,
I'm sort of in this limbo area just waiting for people to catch up.
You're like, hurry the fuck up.
Then I'll probably just jump back in a couple days, do that. And it won't take that long, so
That's fair.
I'm mostly done with that. Yeah.
That's good. So what did you play instead?
So instead I played Dota 2.
One heroine to another.
I either tied or I'm not sure. I'll have to go back and check, but I think I either tied or exceeded my record for games in one day.
Oh,
with
Jesus.
12.
Jesus. That's like 12 and a half hours or more.
Or, it's probably less than that because, like most games are about 45 minutes.
Yeah, I guess so.
But still. it's a lot. With queue times and stuff, yeah, it's probably over 12 hours.
Yeah. Fucking mad lad over here.
Yeah. And most of that's happening in the middle of the night while I'm drunk. By the way, drunk Dota is just the best.
Yeah.
It's just fucking, God, that combination is fucking deadly.
You don't give a shit, and then you just scream at all your teammates when shit goes wrong.
And most of my skill, because it's not very high, is still there. Because, normally alcohol, like, degrades your, like, response time and judgment and all that shit.
Yeah.
I don't have any of that already, so it's just I play the same.
Mm-hmm.
And, but I also don't give a shit. So, and it makes you bolder in some ways,
Yeah.
Do
you get more ballsy? You get thirsty? Yeah.
Yeah, you feel the bloodthirst a little more.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good time. You also get saltier at your teammates, though.
It's like, you fucking piece of shit. And I know you could play better.
There was this guy we were screaming at. We were very cordial at first. We're like, hey, come play with us. We're a 3-stack. Please come play with us.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we want to control this area of the map. It's the best place to go right now. And the guy was like, no. And then eventually we died. He's like, I told you I wasn't going to play over there. You got to play with the rest of your team, too. I know you guys are butt buddies, but you got a team to play with. And I'm like, same for you, bud. And then I was like, you know what? Okay, fine. Whatever. We need you on our team. We need to be with you. So we're just going to follow you around, and you tell us what to do. So I would follow him around. I'd be like, hey, can I farm this creep camp? And he's like, yeah. So I'd farm the creep camp, and then I'd be like, okay, where to next? He's like, farm the next creep camp. And I was like, well, there's lots of them. I don't know which ones to... And then finally my buddy was like, Portz, let it go, dude. Let it go. I did that for about 5 minutes.
Fucking toxic.
The guy was a piece of shit, okay?
Yeah, fuck that. No, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
I only unleash the toxicity when it's already the floodgates are open by someone else, you know?
It's like, you started this and I will finish it.
Yeah. And then my veins just fill with toxins.
You're like fucking Bane from Superman?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Except I don't break Batman's back. I just annoy the fucking bejesus out of him.
Just throw little rocks at him. It's like, you suck.
Hey, Batman, that suit makes you fat.
You have nipples. Bad nipples.
Bat nipples. Bat nipples.
Oh, Jesus.
So, other than Dota,
Yep.
I have been toying around with Ni no Kuni.
Ni no Kuni. Okay. I don't know what this is.
It's a sort of JRPG based on the looks of the Studio Ghibli movies.
Oh my God. Really?
You don't know that game?
No.
Really?
This sounds amazing. What? Is it on Steam?
You should wish list those immediately. The first one just came to Steam, I think, this year, maybe late last year.
Okay.
And I've been hanging on to the second one forever, and then I just picked up the first one whenever that came to PC. And so now I've been toying around with it. I'll say the gameplay's not amazing, but the art is awesome and the characters are fun, the story's fun. It's just it's sort of like a Saturday morning cartoon little JRPG adventure.
Okay.
You play a little boy who gets sucked up into this little magical realm where the rules are all different, and you learn these spells with this I think he's super Scottish sidekick. But he's like a little I don't know, he's not a teddy bear, he's like a little some sort of sock puppet animal or something. He's he's just a little adorable guy with a big attitude.
Right.
And yeah. It's got lots of charm.
I'll have to check it out. I'm looking at it right now. It's a Bandai game. And I even though I tend to avoid JRPGs, I tend to like the Bandai's JRPGs over everything else.
It does have I think it's a little bit more like the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Yeah.
Where it's live-ish combat, but it's definitely still turn-based.
Mm-hmm.
So, that it's fun. It's a good time. Hanging out in there. I also, for a day and a half, got into, weirdly, I've never gotten into a season on Diablo before, but season 22, for whatever reason, was the time I jumped in.
Okay.
And I only like Demon Hunters in that game. I mean, the rest of the classes are fine, but Demon Hunters are where it's fucking at.
Yeah.
And, I've never really dabbled in that content before, but I found it very fun, grinding greater rifts and shit.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And, I think I spent almost 16 hours in a row playing that game.
Holy shit. When you go ham on a game, you always go fucking overboard ham.
I really do. I remember going to bed at 3 a.m, but the only reason I stopped and went to bed was because my fucking finger was cramping up and hurting. So
my fingy hurt.
Yeah, I guess I can go to bed now.
You got a video game injury?
I did, yeah. Yep. What do they call those repetitive stress injuries?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep. That was just from pressing my shift key.
Yeah.
Stopping my Demon Hunter from moving.
Nice.
Yeah. It was a fun build, though. I always play the Demon Hunter the same way, and this forced me to play a different way because of the seasonal set.
Yeah, you get the seasonal
cool.
set.
It was neat.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't know a new season came out. I kind of forgot about it. I always go ham on that, too, and then I, don't pay attention for a while.
Yeah. Well, it's honestly, I was surprised how fast the seasonal shit, is over.
Yeah.
I peaked out 2 days in, it was done. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, you could roll a new character, but who wants to do that twice in a row?
Yeah. It gets old real quick.
Yeah. Speaking of ARPGs, I played Grim Dawn.
What? You got back into that?
Yeah.
Really?
The reason being, Fabian has it.
Oh, you're gonna make her play that shit show?
So wait, Grim Dawn?
Wait, am I thinking? Wait, which
You're
one?
thinking of Van Helsing.
Oh, I am thinking of Van Helsing.
I was like, wait. I was like, I did have a level 5 character that I deleted, but I didn't know you knew I played it.
Sorry, I got them. They all start to smash together, and I kind of forget.
I will say the art style looks kind of similar.
Yeah, it looks very
but
similar.
This came out. Well, actually, I don't think this did come out before Van Helsing, but I have heard many good things about the game, so we're checking it out. It's pretty good so far. The class system is interesting. You everybody gets to dual class, which is neat.
Right.
And she chose mostly summon based stuff. She likes to summon things.
Okay.
And I'm sort of the forward tank that also has a summon, so we have a lot of critters following us around.
Just things everywhere.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Very nice.
We're not very far into that though.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
We also booted up Divinity Original Sin again, which not much to say on that because honestly, we played for 4 hours on Saturday, and I think we did 4 fights, just regular fights, not boss fights, just a little bit of wandering around, but it's taken us a long time because of our builds, which are again heavily summon based, which in a turn based game just means there's more turns to go through, and it's gonna take us a long time to get through that game. I was thinking about turning the difficulty down to explorer mode so we can just jet through it, but I'm not sure.
For sure. Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that because I just started playing that.
No way.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Are you playing with anybody?
No, I'm playing by myself because I'm just doing the story
Still
mode.
a good experience. Yeah.
Are you done with all your things and I could go into my spiel?
I have one more.
Okay, go ahead and do yours, and then I can talk about my Divinity.
I am finally playing Knights of the Old Republic 2 with the restored content mod.
Ooh,
fucking finally.
Finally.
Anyway, that's it.
That's it?
I love that game. I'm still in progress after 3 hours. Classic.
That's fair. Okay. So, this is what I played this week. I finally played Divinity Original Sin. I got it on GOG because it was super on sale or something.
Nice.
And yeah, that I don't know how I feel about it still.
Okay.
Because I'm not used to this style of RPG really.
Right.
It's been a while since I played anything like this, and I'm having a little bit of a difficult time to get into it. So I think when I started it the other morning when I was really tired and cranky, it probably wasn't the best state of mind
that's fair
for
enough.
me to play. And I immediately died to the beginning tutorial because the guy fucking blew up my face with fireballs, and then there was a bunch of oil below me and I died immediately. And then I had to start all the way over, and it put
There was a bunch of what on you?
There was a bunch of oil on the floor, and there was a prisoner, and I released him, and then of course he's a fucking dick, and he cast fireball on me, and he fucking released all the oil, and then I fucking died, and then I had to start the whole fucking tutorial over again, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? This is how you introduce people into this game.
I quick save before every single encounter with anything.
I didn't know it was gonna be an encounter. I thought I was releasing this person and being a nice human, and then he turns into a fucking dick. So I'm just gonna kill everyone.
Turns out he was in jail for a reason.
Yeah, obviously.
We had an encounter where I teleported into so we had a quest to kill this guy.
Right.
And so I teleported into his cell and started killing him, but there were other prisoners in there, and so it initiated combat with them, but they didn't want to fight, so they would run, but it still counted it as a fight, so we were stuck in turn-based combat. So
Gross.
after teleporting myself in there, I chased him down. It took us probably 20 minutes to complete this.
Ew.
And then she discovers a lever next to the fucking cell. We could have all just gone in there and dogpiled him because I was the only one who could get in there.
Good job. Proud of you.
Yeah.
Proud wouldn't.
So did you get past the tutorial? Where you at?
I got past the tutorial and then just like started getting your party and everything and like.
Okay.
Not really paying attention to it, but I'm not super far into it.
Okay. You got Bear Daughter?
I think I got Bear Daughter.
Okay.
And so yeah, it I don't know. I definitely need to give it a better. I need to be in a different state of mind, I think, when I play that game.
Yeah.
Just
like
because.
baked.
Yeah. Just because it like put such like a weird taste in my mouth, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this, and I'm gonna feel bad if I don't like this.
Yeah. It'll be. I think it's perfectly reasonable that it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
But I do think it's worth giving a fair shot.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely give it the old college try and check it out for sure. But
nice.
I don't know how I feel about it. That's all I have to say. But then
fair enough.
After that, let's see, what else did I play this week? I played some more Grounded, exploring the new content, the new crafting stuff.
The koi pond stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't delved into that, but we really want to.
It looks really good, and like we're slowly building up a base and like getting ready to go over there.
Awesome.
And then
did you have to start a new save?
Yeah.
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 Because last time they were super glitchy.
Yeah.
I that's kind of why we're holding off. We're like, maybe we'll wait for like another big update.
Yeah. That's usually what I do with these kind of games. Like that's how I did Astroneer when it was first like in its initial stages.
Yeah.
But
I wish it was like easier to see coming, because I don't think anyone knew the release date.
No.
It was just like, oh, it's here.
It's here. Here you go.
It'd be nice to like plan around that. Be like, okay, we're gonna like take this weekend and like really hit it hard.
I know Raft does that with their updates. They're pretty good about their Twitter. I don't know if Grounded has a Twitter. I haven't seen it.
I'm sure they do. I just haven't.
Yeah.
I'm not that plugged in. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I can look into it. So also my chat this week did enough channel points for a scary game. And so I had a tie between Phasmophobia and Alien Isolation. And I was like, okay, well, we'll start with Alien Isolation, and then we'll play Plasma at the end when I have people around to actually play with me. So Alien Isolation. I played about 5.5 hours of this game.
Jesus Christ, that's like halfway through.
Apparently not, because it's almost a 30-hour game from what I was reading.
What?
Yeah.
Let me see my playtime. What?
I don't know. But I will say this. Fuck that game. It's not scary.
Yeah,
it's not scary.
No, it's not.
It's not scary. I was so disappointed that I wasn't scary. It was more just frustrating and like annoying and like dealing with the fucking humans and like spoilers alerts, but I'm sorry. But the fucking humans and like them shooting their guns and like shit like that, and then you don't have a way to like fucking deal with them right away, and like it was just so frustrating. And like the game wants you to start the game on hard, and I'm like, okay, I can do that. This is what you recommend. This is how you want the game to be played. I will do that. And like the alien fucking cheats. Like he just somehow magically appears. Like I know I'll fucking leave him somewhere and then like fucking ninja across. And then it doesn't make any sense because then he's behind me and there's no vents over there. And I'm just like, how? How the fuck are you over here? I know that there's and then like the speedrunners came in and they were like talking to me about it and stuff. And like I had a lovely conversation with a couple of them, but like the game wasn't scary. And I was like so disappointed. I was like, I wanted to like shit my pants and cry like a baby. I should have just played fucking Amnesia and I would have had way worse of a time and been scared. Instead, I played this game and was just mad the entire time. And, like, my roommates were giving me shit because they're like, that game's amazing. You're wrong. And I'm like, I don't fucking know because, like, I don't do well with stealth games to begin with. But this just felt not good, if that makes sense. It just didn't feel rewarding. And it didn't feel good if you, like, got through or, like, you actually, like, were sneaky and, like, dodged the humans and, like, nobody got hurt sort of thing or whatever. And it just doesn't feel very rewarding, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, fuck that game.
I 100% agree. I like the vibe of the game.
Yeah.
Like obviously they nailed the alien stuff and the aliens or the 80s. Yeah, I think it's really cool. But yeah, the working Joes can suck a dick. Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Working Joes?
Yeah, the cyborgs or androids. No, they're not
androids. That's not scary.
Yeah.
It's just like fucking annoying as shit.
Yep.
Yeah. I looked it up. I have 20 hours, so yeah, it's a little bit more than I thought it was.
Yeah. But I
have no desire to return to that game. Also, I somehow got 39 out of 50 of the achievements, and I feel like I barely tried to do anything in that game.
Weird.
I wonder if it's like one of those that just like mostly gives you the achievements.
It's
for just playing the game.
You actually you looked at this thing. Here's an achievement.
Also, the way I played that game was a little bit bullshit. Because as soon as I realized it wasn't scary, I was like, well, then, like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
And so once I got to a save point, I would just run around and see where the alien was, let him catch me, and then reload, and then, like...
Yeah, that's kind of what I started doing.
To be stealthy.
That's kind of what I started doing towards the end of the thing before I switched. I was just, like, so annoyed and so aggravated. I'm like, that game wasn't scary. I'm kind of sad. Because, like, everybody's like, oh, my God, you'll shit your pants.
Because everyone compares it to fucking Amnesia. It's not Amnesia.
It's not Amnesia. It's not
fuckers.
At all. No.
Yeah.
No. Amnesia actually made me Alt F4, and I never finished that game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck those games. Fuck those games. I should have played those. But, so, anyway, played that. Played Plasma with some friends. Plasma? I fucking have a hard time pronouncing this fucking game because it's not a real word.
Phasma.
Fast. Fuck my stutter.
Phasmophobia.
Phasmophobia. What the fuck is that?
Phasmosobria.
Phasmosobria.
It sounds like a fancy water.
No, it sounds like fucking Hermione from Harry Potter when she's like, it's not Leviosa. It's Leviosa. Anyway.
I don't know. Yeah.
Anyway, so I played that with some friends. It wasn't scary until it was scary. Like, we would throw everything on the ground.
That's like life.
Scream at the book. Scream at the fucking... it's really cool that the microphone actually works and is integrated with everything. So, like, we would mute in Discord, and then we would all communicate via the in-game mics, and then talking...
Not since the Nintendo DS has your microphone been used in-game in such a way.
Yeah, exactly. And so, like, it was really cool to, like, talk to the game and, like, yell at it and stuff. The only game that I could kind of compare it to is, like...
I'm keeping the podcast powered.
You're keeping the podcast powered. Thank you. Keep blowing. Keep blowing harder. That's what he said.
That's not how blowjobs work.
Are you sure? Shit, I've been doing it wrong this whole time.
I'm pretty sure.
No wonder I got a divorce. But
sorry, video game reason.
Anyway, so the only
other ghosts give you fellatio in this video game.
But yeah, they made me get haunted by one of the ghosts, and like I just hid in the corner and just cried in the corner of the thing.
Are you a van hider type?
Yeah, I'm definitely a hider. No, I wasn't in the van. I was like hiding in a corner of the room while the demon or the ghost or whatever the fuck it was chased me. And I just sat there and I cried, but I didn't die. And then the last game I kind of want to talk about that I played, and I played it today, and you were really excited for it. You started spamming your emote. And I wasn't expecting to play this today, which is Bayonetta. And I've seen a lot of people play this game, but I didn't know like the details that were about this game. Because I don't pay attention when I go into somebody's stream usually to what's happening. I'm usually there to talk to the streamer. And
that's interesting. Fabian says the same thing to me. And I'm like, I'm mostly like looking at the game and what's happening with the game. That's weird. I think there's like two types of viewers, like somebody who's there for the person and somebody who's there for the game.
Yeah, definitely. No, definitely. Because there's people that go and see for the game rather than like them actually. But usually I don't interact with that chat. So like if I interact with your chat, it's usually because I want to see you play and I want to talk to you. And so Bayonetta, I didn't realize that this chick's hair was her powers and her clothes and everything. And that was interesting. And lewd and hilarious. Like, I knew this game was lewd with, like, all the ass shots, all the boob shots, all the crotch shots and stuff. And, like, overly sexualized with, like, the lollipops and this hot dommy mommy fucking librarian character who just wants to step on everyone.
Yep.
And
she's got the gun heels to do it.
Yeah, she's got the gun heels to do it, obviously. And I fucking love these style of games, like Devil May Cry and, like, just fucking smash the buttons. You were right. It is better on a controller than a mouse and keyboard. Everybody yelled at me. I crawled under my desk. I plugged in my controller. It's plugged in. But it was such a fucking enjoyable game. It's so ridiculous. It's over the top. There's all these little plugs for other games in there, which was kind of weird. Like, there's a Resident Evil reference, Devil May Cry reference, and just, like, all these weird little Easter eggs all along the way.
Yeah.
And, like, the fucking menu, the menu sound is the Silent Hill menu sound. And as soon as I heard that, it, like, fucking triggered in my head. And I'm like, ah! And then I'm like, wait, I'm not playing Silent Hill. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Everything's fine. Like, it just, like, there was just, like, a small sense of, like, panic in my head for whatever fucking reason. And I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, why would they do that to me, you know? Like... my favorite part, though, was on the middle of stream, I started criticizing. So, obviously, this is a game made by men. Probably some women. But it's more targeted towards the male audience. Which, fine, whatever. I'm into it, too. But there's a chick and she's putting on lipstick. She's your fucking fighting partner or whatever. I haven't figured out the rest of the story. And the way she's holding the lipstick is, like, upside down, and she's holding it at such an awkward angle, and she's putting on lipstick, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Is her hand possessed? And, like, I was making fun of it. I'm like, hang on, we're stopping everything. So I stopped everything, went and got some lipstick, and then I attempted to put it on like that. And then I wore it fucked up for the rest of the stream, which was fine, because it wasn't the worst makeup job I've ever done, but it was also the weirdest way I've ever put on lipstick. It was very bizarre. I was like,
but it still worked.
It still kind of worked, but not really. Like, I had, like, big fucking peaks at the top of my lips, so, like, they were extra pointy, and I'm like, whatever, fuck it, we're going with it.
Well, you're not a flexible witch, so.
I'm not a witch. I'm sorry. I guess I don't have the witch's skills to put on my fucking lipstick. Also, I want demon hair. I want hair that fucking turns into a demon and eats shit. Like, hello? Please? Let's start a website. www.evilspace21demonhair.com. Please. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's what I learned from playing Bayonetta. Not ass, tits, or anything else. Bad lipstick techniques, and I want demon hair.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's made by the same people who made Nier Automata.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you?
I think there's definitely male or female. There's some perverts on that team for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Mostly perverts, probably.
Mostly
At least
perverts.
the people in charge. Can you imagine if it's just like this tyrannical like manager who's like a pervert and he's like, no, you have to make the art like this, and everyone's like, oh god, such a bad idea. It's like, who's in charge here?
He's all like,
oh, just slaving over this art that they don't want to fucking do.
It's like, this is a great story. However, they need to be maids. I need them to be maids. Make them like the maids.
Understand the epicness of this plot without this VAD shot right here.
I want her to be able to self-destruct, and when she self-destructs, I want her skirt to blow off, and then you just see ass, just so much ass. Her ass needs to be bigger.
Is it you? Are you the director?
Yeah,
seems
I think so.
plausible.
I'm sorry. I never reveal my trade secrets.
Are you the director? Huh?
Anyway.
They also made Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, and I really want to play that, even though I don't have like a huge attachment to the Metal Gear series.
I don't either, but I kind of want to do now just to see how fucking bad and over the top the cutscenes are going to be.
Yeah. Also Vanquish. I've wanted to play that game forever.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Okay. Well, that's all I played, and would you like to talk about some news?
Let's talk about the news.
There's not a whole lot going on this week. There's a couple things that we can like gab about, but everybody was too busy talking about how pretty it is to die in Demon Souls, and it kind of made me slightly jealous, but not really. I'm still gonna wait on fucking the newer consoles. Although somebody came in a chat and said that apparently the new Xboxes, you could play the PlayStation 2 games on somehow. And if that's true, I'm gonna look into it. If that's true, I'm fucking going and getting an Xbox and fucking buying a shit ton of PlayStation 2 games.
Yeah, look it up. I mean, if it works for all of them, that'd be
fucking insane. What is Microsoft
It's
doing?
also weird. Like, how did someone sneak that in? Because there's absolutely zero chance that that's a coincidence.
Yeah.
Like, you can't accidentally run PS2 games.
No, it doesn't make any sense. But it also sounds fucking hilarious and amazing, and I kind of want it. Oh my god, please make it real. Anyway, so couple things this week. So Van Helsing. Fuck. Now I'm thinking about Van Helsing.
Grim Dawn.
No. Actually, Assassin's Creed Valhalla had a major patch this week that came with some conspiracies behind it, and that's the only reason why we're going to talk about it. So the game had a lot of issues coming out. The PC version had a memory leak issue that would cause your computer to crash if you alt-tabbed.
Awesome.
So you would alt-tab out of the game, do some stuff, go back into the game, and then slowly but surely your computer would eventually crash after a few minutes. That was patched out. There was a bunch of screen tearing issues with the newer consoles, especially with the 60 FPS modes for the newer consoles. So there was like terrible tear screens, some minor like just shit not loading and stuff like that. It's no big deal, you know, for a brand new fucking game to come out with a bunch of bugs. What are we, Bethesda? Anyway. So after this new patch just dropped to fix all these issues, a bunch of PS5 players reported in that on the 60 FPS mode, specifically the 60 FPS mode, that their FPSs would drop below 40 in a bunch of the areas, like even if they weren't doing other things. So like, remember how we had issues with the port with Horizon Zero Dawn, where it would just drop an FPS?
Yes.
That's what PS5 players are reporting right now with Valhalla. For whatever reason, this new update fixed the screen tearing and like other things, but it caused a shit ton of other performance issues. And the running theory, and I want to run this past you because I think it's fucking hilarious, is that Microsoft paid Ubisoft to create this fucking down performance to throttle the PS5.
I think it's bullshit.
I mean, I do too, but it's so funny how console people do this. Like they come up with these conspiracies against each other constantly. And
the thing is, like, they don't have an exclusivity deal with Microsoft, and even if they did, those are never permanent.
No.
And you wouldn't want to burn your bridge silently with PlayStation like that. Because if PlayStation never found out, oh boy.
They could probably sue, right?
I don't know. I would assume that conversation would happen for sure.
Yeah. It would have to happen for sure. Like, if this is true and, like, they're secretly throttling them and trying to fuck over Sony
I'm not a lawyer,
sue.
but that seems like murky territory.
It seems like very murky territory, but, like, that's been the running thing all over Reddit, and that, like, it's this fucking giant conspiracy of fucking Microsoft and Ubisoft teaming up finally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll believe it when it's admitted to, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, because like the reason a lot of people are reasoning behind this is because like with them acquiring Bethesda and Bethesda having exclusives only on the PlayStation, they're now required to have those exclusives also on the Xbox, and that they would perform better on the Xbox than on the PlayStation. That's one of the things that we talked about a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. But that's what Bethesda is.
Right. But
not Ubisoft.
What if that happens with Ubisoft? We hear in the next like couple months that there's an exclusivity.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, if like all of a sudden like the Ubisoft pass is like wrapped up into the Xbox pass, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be much more willing to believe it then, but even still, I think it's like a bad.
Oh yeah,
it's a bad move.
It's a fucking terrible move. I think it's dumb. But anyway, yep, I thought that was funny. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about and I want to shit on is Australia.
Idiot Australians and their stupid accents sound just like New Zealanders, idiots.
Goddamn kangaroos. No, okay, so it's a good thing that this isn't being looked into in America because you and I would be fucked about how much we play video games and a lot of other people, especially you with your RuneScape hours lately. But
Dingo ate your baby.
Australia is so there's this website, their ABC, which is their Australian news, and it came out with this like article, and it was a really weird article / survey, and it's being done by this company that it's called Interactive Games and Entertainment Association. Now, these are the people that paved the way for a lot of censorship, but they also helped with the rest of the world being able to get refunds from Steam. I mean,
okay.
Australia has done some good things for video games like that for the consumer, where
they just don't let any of them come to Australia.
Exactly. They just won't let anything happen nice there or fun or weird or fucked up. But so this like questionnaire came out, and like if you go to their website and you read the article, it sounds really positive. And it sounds really good, and it's all like geared towards, it's like, if you're a gamer and you work in the video game industry, we want to hear from you too. We want to know more about the gaming industry and how it fits and ways to encourage people to play more games. However, when they took all this information from a bunch of people in Australia, because it's only Australia that's accepting the information, like you could go fill it out, but if you pick a state, it's only Australian states. And what they ended up deciding to do with all this information is like taking how it's affecting your mood, taking how it's affecting gambling issues, like, you know, loot boxes and shit like that. And they started turning it around, and like I felt really positive about this article at first, and then when I started reading more about it on Twitter and other websites, they were like, yeah, they're teaming up with W.H.O to like say that video games are bad again. And even though W.H.O at the beginning of this year and COVID was all like, video games good, keep you inside, don't get COVID. Now they're kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. They're kind of backpedaling because like most of the questionnaires was like, do you ever worry about spending too much time on video games? If friends and family ever complain about you spending too much playing video games? Is it because of COVID-19 that you're spending more time playing video games? And it's really weird, but like a lot of people, there's been so many different articles this year about like how video games are really good and then video games are really bad for you. And it's just like this fucked up thing that we constantly have to fucking battle with. Like, who gives a fuck at this point? And it's just so stupid. And it's just so frustrating to see like this company trying to mask this like front, basically saying, it's like, hey, we want to encourage more people to stay in and not get COVID. How do we help them? And then they take this information and then like turn it against them and then turn it into the W.H.O to like potentially make video game addiction a thing again and like fucking have shitty scare tactics of like I remember last time when the W.H.O declared the video game addiction and the way that they advertised it to parents and like, parents, what are your children doing in their room? Are they playing video games or are they gambling and shit like that? And it's just so stupid that like, who gives a fuck? Just let people play video games. It doesn't matter. Everyone's a fucking adult most of the time.
It's really annoying that, I don't know. It's one of those things that doesn't have an answer.
Right.
You know, like, you'd never see this article about the negative impacts of your sports watching.
Right. Or TV watching.
TV watching kills the soul, man. Like, Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's lots of hobbies that aren't so good for you, but yeah, it's up to the individual to manage it. And I mean, the idea that someone can be addicted to video games, I think, is probably very real, but it's not. I don't know. Equating definitely gambling and definitely video games. Now, the gambling thing is definitely something that should be tackled, right? Because kids are spending their fucking parents' money on Fortnite shit.
Yeah,
and, it's not
the
good.
PUBG kid in India, the PUBG kid in fucking China, and then there's all the mobile games and shit like that. People spending.
But as long as there's a line drawn, between the two things,
right?
Then it's not video games that are doing this to your kid. It's these fucking predatory practices,
right? But my favorite one was I copied and pasted a picture of the actual thing, and it says, "How is video game affecting your mood?" And it's I feel better after gaming. I feel worse after gaming. My mood hasn't changed. And if you click "I feel worse after gaming," they expect you to fill out an additional box. Please tell us more why it makes you feel worse. And all I could think of,
are you playing Dota 2?
I was just gonna say. I was just going to think, I'm Portz would put Dota 2 in there, and that's all he would have to put.
Yeah. Where's the throw me off a bridge option? This form is incomplete. It's
I need to cry myself into my sleep. That's how I felt about, Cuphead at some points, but once I beat Cuphead, that was the best feeling ever.
I know. There's no beating Dota 2, unfortunately.
No, there's no beating Dota 2. I feel like any of those hard games where it's all about Dark Souls and fucking Sekiro and fucking Cuphead. Yeah. You fucking are on top of the world for at least a week. Maybe longer. Yeah.
I've never beat one.
Oh no.
Sekiro, I gave up. Man, I just don't. I don't know. I have anger issues, man.
I mean, I do too.
It's not pretty.
It's never pretty.
No.
It's never ever pretty.
I like to be pretty, You
gotta be pretty.
Work really hard on that.
Yeah, if you flaunt it, got
I
it.
get 5 hours of beauty sleep a night, and
because of your video game addiction, it's fine.
Yes. Oh fuck! Wait, hold on. Do you work for W.H.O?
Could you fucking imagine? Anyway. But yeah.
They should even if they could somehow get around the copyright problems of this, the WHO should have a mascot that's a doctor, and then he's called Doctor Who.
That'd be so great. Well, then you could make him as close to the fucking actual doctor as possible.
He could be an owl. He could be a Dr. Owl, and his name is Doctor Who.
Oh, fuck. Let's pitch this to the Who.
It's Doctor Who. I'm here to talk to you about video game addiction. Who here has bought a loot box before?
I'm children friendly. Who?
Yeah.
Don't spend your allowance on loot boxes. Who? So owls who? No, they who. Anyway. I forgot how an owl fucking speaks. Jesus Christ, it's been a long fucking day.
They speak in Vietnamese.
Oh, okay. Shit. I don't know how to speak that.
Me neither.
Pad Thai.
I don't know if I've ever heard it out loud. Did you say hentai?
I said Pad Thai.
Oh.
Pad Thai like the food. God, that sounds fucking good. I'm going to go get me some fucking Thai food after this.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Salad rolls. Anyway. So, yeah, fuck them. Fuck Australia right now. God damn it. You fuckers.
Yeah. Fuck the WHO. Where are they based?
The World Health Organization? I'm assuming the world.
They're based in the world on Earth?
They're based
Oh,
Earth?
thank you.
Earth?
They gotta have a headquarters or something, right? Meanwhile
on Earth. The Who section. Who?
Hawkman is late again.
They're all bird-related people. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay.
Who let him in here? I was supposed to be the winged one. Oh, Jesus.
Shut up, Doctor Who. Anyway. So this is a quickie right here. And then we'll talk about our last thing before Mando spoilers. But So at the beginning of this year, we even talked about it on the podcast. So a sealed copy of Super Mario Brothers sold for $114,000. It's a ridiculous amount of money.
Didn't we just talk about this?
We talked about it a couple months ago. It happened in February. That's how long it's been.
Okay.
Happened in February.
Wow, that feels like a lifetime
I know,
ago.
right? I was like talking about.
Hey guys, in February we have some shit to tell you.
I was talking about going out and eating breakfast one day with my ex, and I was like, "How long ago?" I'm like, maybe like 6 months ago, and then I was like, "No, that was more like a year and some change ago because of everything."
Yeah.
Because of fucking.
Remember when we thought it was just gonna be a couple weeks?
Yep.
We were just kids back then.
Just kids. Now we're like fucking old men now.
Now we got beards.
I don't have a beard.
Hair on our chest.
This is bullshit. I don't have a beard.
Yeah, that's true. You got fucked. COVID straight fucked you. You don't even have a lockdown beard.
I don't even have a lockdown beard. I don't have lockdown chest hair. What the fuck? I just need to drink more bourbon. That's how it works. You shave it every time, right?
Right. That's what I do. That's what I'm not shaving in November. I don't know what other people are talking about.
Not shaving my chest hair. Hell yeah. It's like guys are supposed to shave their chest hair like ladies are supposed to shave their legs, right?
Yeah, right, for sure, yeah.
Well, anyway. I haven't shaved my legs in 3 months. Anyway. So a sealed copy fuck you. A sealed copy in like its original case, like those old school cases of Super Mario Brothers 3 was found and located, and that it beat out the original auction this year, selling for $156,000. And like I said, we've already talked about this.
That feels like too much of a jump.
Right?
If it sold for $115,000, go 116, guy.
Like, yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, there was huge jumps with this one, and like we've.
That's crazy.
It's fucking insane. I know we've kind of.
I guess the more it gets, the more like rich people are probably interested, right?
Right. I think so. I think that's part of it. Also, I know a lot more people like Super Mario Brothers 3 compared to Super Mario Brothers. I like Super Mario Brothers 2 over all of those, but that's just me.
Where's the one where he can do the cape fly thing?
That's 3.
That one's good.
Yeah. See, that's like that's probably the most famous one because of the fucking the flying and the suit. Wait, the flying cape is in. Sorry, the third one is the raccoon tail, and the cape is actually in Super Mario Brothers for the Super Nintendo.
Oh, maybe it's the tail I'm thinking of. What does the tail do?
The tail caused you to fly, so you were still able to fly with the tail. It would wag, and then you would have the raccoon ears and your hat and everything.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. The cape was. I mean, the cape still allows you to fly, but that was Super Mario Brothers on the Super Nintendo.
Okay.
At a much later time, I'm sure they'll find sealed copies of those with the whole box and everything, and sell those for probably way more money. But yeah, I think it's cool. We've talked about this already, about collectible games. We have that friend that has PT on the PlayStation, and how insane that those sell for. If you could have any,
how much do you think those will get to? Like, let's say
5,
20 years from now.
20 years from now?
Yeah.
Easily,
do you think they'll go like crazy high?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. If they still work and they have PT on them.
That's true. It is dependent on them still working.
They still
At least they're not
work.
360s, so they might still work. Got them. You've been fucking roasted. Xbox.
Microsoft.
Idiot. You better not be fucking with Ubisoft.
You better not be fucking holding hands. You better not be secretly holding hands with Ubies. No. But yeah, if you could have like any relic of a video game, what would you probably want and why? If you can have any relic of a video game.
I have a really good one.
Ooh, what is it?
The Mass Effect Reaper statue I told you about. The one that they only made 1,000 and I got it for free. They go for like $2,000 on eBay.
What?
Yeah.
Holy shit, I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's fucking ridiculous.
It's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. The only thing I had that was cool, but somebody stole, was my original copy of Silent Hill with like the case and everything. I'm still really pissed about that. I'm still really mad somebody stole it from me, but it is what it is.
Huh.
I mean, I have the Todd Howard helmet from Fallout 76. Does that count?
Yeah, in the opposite category, things you wish you didn't have.
Yeah, I was supposed to return it because there was a potential for mold hazards.
What?
You don't remember this?
I don't know. I don't fucking remember things, okay? I don't know.
It's okay. That's
Fabian
why I'm
was
here.
talking about her French toast that she's made before, and I was like, oh, I've never had your French toast. She's like, yes, you have. And I was like, oh, I don't know, man. She's like, you said you loved it. I'm like, I'm sure I did. Just because I don't remember doesn't mean I don't love it. I have the shittiest fucking memory. I swear to Christ.
It happens to us all. I do too.
Yeah.
Like, somebody will say something in chat that I asked a question to, and they'll answer it, and I
That
don't
is
remember
streamer
what 5
syndrome
seconds.
Right there. Yeah.
I don't remember what I said
I'm
5
like, what are you
fucking
talking
seconds
about?
ago.
And the chat's just like, you fucking idiot.
You fucking idiot. You just asked me this question. I was like, yeah, but that was just me talking out loud because I'm a fucking idiot, and that's what you do when you stream. You just talk out loud
it's
the
just
entire
streaming
time.
consciousness that you're not paying attention to.
Yeah. Or like people will be like, that would be spoilers, Bunny. And I'm like giving my own conspiracies to myself, being like, I bet you it's this. This is what's happening. And they're like, no, I can't tell you because that would be spoilers.
Like,
and
well,
I'm like,
you saying it's spoilers is spoilers, you fuck.
be like, fucking shit.
So not everything I say out loud has to be responded to.
Exactly.
That's one thing. Like, I like to talk to myself in questions when I'm playing video games, and then someone's like, ooh, I can't say it. Or like, like, I'm just playing a game. Like, you don't have to respond to everything I say.
Just do it. Do it. Anyway.
Even though it is a platform where I am talking to you, it's not always about you.
It's always about the viewer.
Well, I guess.
Doing that voice today in chat, and then somebody playing me
That's
100
awful.
bits asking how much it would cost me to stop doing that voice forever, and I said $500. Everybody's like, get on it.
Seriously contemplated. Looking at the old bank account. Like,
right.
Fuck it. Nobody needs Christmas presents. I don't need a new TV.
Bunny, stop Bunny from doing the world's
I don't need a PS5.
Voice.com. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about is a Sega product that doesn't exist but does exist.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
My favorite kind.
It's the best kind, I think. So did you know that there's video game historians?
I mean, unofficially, I guess, but are you saying that's their job title?
Yeah, that's their job title.
Do they work in museums or something? Where
kind
do
of. They work in a video
themselves?
game. I don't know where they employ themselves, but there is a team of video game historians. They do have a fucking founder.
Are they like self-proclaimed video
I
game
think
historians?
so. I guess.
Okay.
I don't know.
Sense.
Their founder.
I definitely believe that.
Yeah, for sure. But like, they do have like a director. They have like all these people that are like basically gobbling up old school video game stuff and like either figuring out a way to like bring it back to the masses or just preserve it. And one of the things that I want to talk about that doesn't exist but does exist is the Sega VR headset. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because of what they're doing with this thing. Like so it was 1993 and Sega was in the height of like competing with Super Nintendo, and lo and behold, PlayStation would come and fucking blow everybody out of the water within the next like 2 years. Was it 95? I can't remember when the first PlayStation dropped, but it was around that time.
So around there, yeah.
And but Sega VR was this thing, and it was like showcased on a like this amazing, like huge, I found like a video of this thing, and it was like this big ass fucking trade show. They had like somebody from MTV, Alan Hunter, who I don't fucking know. He like was some big fucking douchebag, and he was like, that's the future, of course, of being virtual reality. And he fucking wore the thing, and like the whole thing behind this was is just a game, no way. And that was like Sega's like way to sell this thing. But like after this fucking like trade show, the headset was never released and it was immediately discontinued.
Oh.
And so these fucking video game historians found it and they're restoring it, and so they have a working copy, and one of the things that they're doing with it is they're finding the games and then they're emulating their games from the Sega VR, and you're going to be able to play them on your modern VR headset. So there's this game called...
Is that worth it?
I mean,
for historical purposes, for sure.
For sure.
Does anyone want to take advantage of this as like a consumer? Probably.
I mean, possibly, because like, well, you won't be able to play with the fucking Sega VR, obviously. Right. And a lot of people said that.
So they made games for the Sega VR that you're not going to be able to. Yeah.
That you're never ever going to be able to play.
VR games from the 90s.
Yeah. They're trash.
Is there any way that they're anything?
I mean, they're like pixels. Like Nintendo also had their shit show.
Yeah.
And it was a mess. And it was garbage.
It was well before, though, wasn't it?
Yes, it was a while before.
It was in the 80s, right?
It was like at the early 90s.
Oh, okay.
But that thing was a piece of shit, and it had like the weird like fucking triangle
thing.
Boy. Yeah, the Virtual Boy. But the thing was
red goddamn shit.
It wasn't really virtual reality. It was you just fucking shoving your face into this thing.
Yeah. Where, it's more like those like picture fucking clicker things.
Oh, yeah. Except it moved.
Right. Well, yeah, of course. But it's more like what that's doing.
Yeah, exactly. And so they brought together and they've like basically emulated some of the games. The most historic one being called Nuclear Rush. And getting that to work on the modern headsets. So, like, if you want to experience 90s shitty VR, you definitely can now with a modern headset. So
Godspeed to you.
Godspeed to you. I definitely
let us know how it is.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to figure out how to download it so I can attempt to see what it was like, because like there's not a lot of shit for this because this game is technically unreleased.
Right.
And it was based off of, I think, Neuromancer. And I liked that book. That's what they say anyway. Who knows? But I'm definitely going to check it out. I mean, I feel bad for Sony because, like, or not Sony, Sega, because they always were, like, trying to be innovative with their stuff. Like, they were the first ones to do a disc with the Sega Saturn, and that thing flopped like shit. And then here comes Sony is like, I have a disc and we're way better, and they just fucking everybody's like, holy shit, this is the most amazing technology. And Sega's like over the corner, it's like, but I did it first. I was OC. And everybody's like, nobody gives a shit, this is way better. And I feel kind of that way because this is a VR headset. It's not like the Virtual Boy, and it was actually VR. It was like, from what I saw, it is more emulation. It's not the best emulation, obviously, compared to what we have, but it still is immersive, unlike the fucking piece of shit that is known as the Virtual Boy, where you just shove your fucking face into it.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I guess. So how many is it? Was there one game, or is there like, multiple?
That's the only game that they've emulated so far. Okay. There are multiple.
I would say like I would assume they'd have like a launch lineup for it, like 2 or 3 games or something.
Usually that's with most consoles.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. Also, I want to be a fucking video game historian. Hello? How do I get this job?
Seems like a lot of work. I don't know.
I would be into it. You play fucking video games all day. Think about it.
Yeah, but mostly old games. I like new games too.
I like old games. I don't know.
I mean, I would trade the job if it was like the same pay.
What if
I kind of doubt it is.
What if in 20 years you get to be a video game historian for this current time? Would you do it?
I don't know. It depends on what else is going on. I guess I could set aside my 100 million YouTube subscribers and delve into some video game history.
Yeah, exactly. You get into that video game history and like fucking start doing video game, like you could bring that into your YouTube. Educate people on older games. When I was 20 something.
The Giant Bomb Wiki is probably the closest thing to like video game historian level stuff that I've ever looked into. Because they have really cool threads of like, hey, I remember these weird details about a game, and then like just that community will like try to figure out what game it is.
Yeah. And
oftentimes they come up with the game, and I just think that's like super cool. Because like I can't think of anything I have, but I've definitely been around people that are like, oh, it was this one game. They can't remember enough details about it, but even that sort of vague example, they just like.
Yeah, they're
they
really
take it
good.
And run with it. It's fucking crazy.
Also,
or they'll come back with like 10 like possibilities, and then the original poster will be like, oh yeah, it is this one.
Yeah.
And it's fucking cool.
Yeah, Tip of My Joystick also on Reddit is really good because it's basically the same thing. It's like, hey, I don't remember what this game is. This is some details. Can you please help me?
Nice.
And there's been some really good threads in there. It's like, oh yeah, it's this. Oh yeah, it's this. And it's like all these fucking old ass games. And it's like,
cool.
Fuck. But yeah, let's all get jobs and become internet historians.
Yeah, hopefully the demand for those jobs picks up.
Right?
I mean, the longer video games go on, the more history there is. So.
I think so.
I just don't care about games that came out before I was born. I just don't give a shit.
Really? I fucking was pissed.
Fuck.
See, my dad got me the Super Nintendo. And that was, like, my first real experience. Like, I had watched my dad play the Atari, but he didn't really let me play other things besides Donkey Kong. And then when I found out that there was a regular Nintendo before the Super Nintendo, I was pissed because I was like, there's video games that I missed out on that aren't fucking here. And I remember being so pissed. And, like, the next week we went to the flea market in our area and I fucking found a regular Nintendo and I fucking negotiated with that dude to get it down to where my little fucking 7-year-old pennies fucking bought me a regular Nintendo and a bunch of old games and stuff. It was great.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was younger, I probably would have cared, but like now it's like.
I don't have
There's
time.
too much out there, man.
Yeah.
There's too much.
I can feel that.
I like going and visiting, sort of like getting a postcard from one of those games, you know, like maybe watching somebody else stream it, like
right.
Like Retro what's his name? Channel 3 Live.
Oh, I love Channel 3. He's so good.
I like watching his channel. Like I was talking to him in his stream, he's like, "Oh, like what era of like games are you most familiar with?" I was like, "Probably now." He's like, "Oh, really?" And I was like, "Yeah, you're playing stuff like I've never seen before, and that's why I'm here." And he's like, "Oh, that's different. Like most people will come to my channel because they're looking for the old games." I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I like old games, like looking at them and like watching other people get joy from them. But I think the gameplay is so central to those games back then because that was almost all you had,
right?
And it's just not the focus point for me in most games. Like the story and like atmosphere and stuff is what I like. Yeah."
Yeah, that's fair. I get that. I understand that. But okay, yeah. Anyway, I guess this is where we say goodbye to our normal viewers,
Bye.
Or listeners. Goodbye, everyone.
Start watching Mando, idiots.
Start watching Mandalorian or catch the fuck up. We love you still. Have a great doodad. You know where to find us.
Speak for me.
Ignore Portz. He's just really grumpy because we have been waiting for an hour to talk about this, and we immediately started geeking out about it as soon as we started talking.
I can't wait. Oh god, it's such a good episode. Get caught up and listen to this, you bitches.
So goodbye, our normal people, and everybody else. Mando spoilers. Gross.
So what better way to start?
Exactly. Where do you want to start on this episode?
Holy shit, it was jam-packed.
Holy shit, there was so much.
I really, really regret not watching the Clone Wars and Rebels before this show came out.
Right.
Because I remember thinking, like, oh, I probably should. Like, I know they have some Mandalorian stuff. Like, I should probably just do it. I did not understand that no one did, that it was going to be so fucking integrated. Mm-hmm. At least pull a bunch of source shit from it.
Right.
So
I didn't either.
Goddamn.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
So
started watching them.
did you know? Did they name this Jedi that he was going after already? Like, did we know it was Anakin's apprentice?
Yeah, we know. She says her name Osaka.
No. Before this episode.
Yeah. What's the other Mandalorian chick? Shit, what's her name?
Oh, she said it?
She said her name, which is weird because apparently she's not going by that name after she gets... So she's technically not a Jedi. This is some spoilers to also Clone Wars. She's not a Jedi. She gets fucked over by the Consul, and the Consul rejects her as a Jedi, so she leaves. Consul? Yeah, Council rejects her as a Jedi.
Okay.
So she gets rejected. So technically she's not a part of the Jedi.
Okay. But she is force sensitive and trained.
Yeah, she's force sensitive. She's trained by Anakin. She even
just doesn't have a place in the order. Okay.
She just doesn't have a place, and so she's basically a true
Which
great
is fine because the order fell, right? So
yeah.
Who gives a shit?
And like, I love the actress that plays her, Rosie Dawson. She's one of my favorite actresses, and as soon as I saw it was her, I got really fucking excited.
No idea who it is.
She's in Clerks 2. She's oh god.
Trash.
What? You're fucking
Kevin Smith
wrong.
is a hack.
You're fucking wrong. You're fucking wrong. But she's just adorable. She's such a cute character, and she's just a lovely lady. So when I saw her, I got really excited. I thought her makeup and everything looked really good. She looked like
she looked great, yeah.
Yeah, she looked amazing. And then of course, you know, her saying no to training. It's so weird to say his name. He's got a name.
Yeah, so we unfortunately found out what Baby Yoda's name is, and it's not Baby Yoda. And you know what? Here's the silver lining that Fabian pointed out. At least it's not named Yeatle or some shit like that. His name is Grogu.
Grogu. It's kind of
Which I think sounds way too much like Goku.
But yeah, I thought it was really cute. They reveal his name. She reveals that she would not train him because she saw a lot of darkness in him from hiding from all his like past 50 years.
Well, it's just his emotions and attachment to Mandalorian.
Yeah.
But the thing that doesn't make sense is that whole thing where she wanted him to grab the rock.
Right.
And then she had Mandalorian do it, and he like chose to use a different object. And she's like, your attachment is like the attachment's too strong. I can't train him. He just gives a shit about the object, bro. Like, he wasn't going to grab the rock from him. The attachment has nothing to do with the Mandalorian. He's just excited about the shiny little ball he couldn't touch.
Maybe it's both. I think it's also his attachment to Mando,
I bet if you gave the shiny ball to her, he would have grabbed it still.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he absolutely would have because he grabs anything that he wants. That's his new MO. Is he sees something he wants, he grabs it.
That's true. He does use his force power.
He did that with the fucking the little cookies.
The macarons.
In the last episode, yeah, the macaroons.
Apparently, people are selling blue macarons now. Hardcore.
Oh my god!
Which is funny because like that's blue and black are like the least sold food colors because usually people see them as unpleasant. So like to have like blue macarons is very weird. Like you'll see lavender, you'll see green, you'll see every other color except for black and blue.
Interesting.
And so now I've seen a lot of bakeries selling Mandalorian the child cookies.
Jesus Christ.
They're just fucking capitalizing.
Any way to make a buck.
I mean, I don't fucking blame them, especially now.
No, of course not.
Now, yeah, go get some fucking macarons. They're expensive as shit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that was a little bit presumptive and like a stupid test.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like the whole like them joining forces to take over that town. That was really dope. It was a great combat episode. There were a couple like stupid choreographs that didn't make any goddamn sense, but especially pertaining to her. Like her moves just didn't really make sense to me. I don't think that their lightsaber combat is really up to snuff.
I don't think it's as good as regular Star Wars, but yeah.
Right.
I think it's still pretty good. Also, I think that there's this one scene that I really, really enjoyed, and it's like it's the two ladies fighting against each other, and they're fighting on that pathway with all the water and the bonsai trees, and it feels like a fucking samurai movie. It feels like a 1950s samurai movie. And then on the other side of the wall, it's the Mandalorian and that other dude, her right-hand man, the fucking hired the gunman, and it's like a Western. So you have this fucking samurai shot on one side, and then you have this fucking Western going on the other side. And it literally played out like a Western, because like the dude like puts down his gun. He's like, oh, you won. And he puts down his gun, and then he pulls out his gun to shoot the Mandalorian, and the Mandalorian just shoots him dead. Just like an old fucking Western.
Yeah.
It was like iconic. I was like, oh, this is like Red Dead and fucking Kill Bill on the other side. And I just like fucking loved it. I fucking loved that choreography. Awesome. The one thing I'm going to ask you is, who do you think that the next Jedi that they're going to go search out for?
Well, I wouldn't have been able to call this one. So I don't know if I'm the best person. Like when she was talking about Admiral Thrawn, I looked over at Faven and I was like, that name probably means something to some Star Wars fan that is not me. So we had to look it up. But yeah, I don't know. Like, you don't want to get too close to the series, I don't think. Like, you don't want to interlink like every fucking character or anything. That's possible.
Right.
I don't know. It's also possible no Jedi is going to show. Also, why didn't they just take her with them? Like, what? Now that town is dealt with, like, what is she doing? She's just going to retire? Like, what the fuck?
I don't know. I was like really sad. I was like, oh, she's going to join him. She's going to join him. I'm like talking to my roommate. She's going to join him. And then she doesn't. I was like, fuck. I was like,
Mandalorian gave up pretty quickly after she went back on her deal. She's like, oh, no, wait, you can go to the mountain. And he's like, what the fuck? Like, protest. What give more specific instructions. Like, how do you know that? How do you know? Because the instructions she gave is like, go to this temple on the top of the mountain, fucking, and then he'll like reach out, and then maybe a Jedi will hear him, and then you gotta wait like a week or whatever.
Right. How
do we know if it worked?
Yeah, we don't know, and that's the frustrating part. It's just like,
it doesn't make any sense. So he's gonna set him up like the next episode or whatever episode they actually get there. I'm sure they'll pad it out and it won't be the next episode, but whatever episode they actually get there is just going to be Mandalorian setting them on top of this fucking pedestal thing and then looking around like, what the fuck do we do now?
I think it's a couple of things. What I think is going to happen. And okay, so this is my theory. They're going to get to the mountain and they're going to find they're going to start getting seeked by a Jedi, and this is my theory on who it's gonna be. Do you want to hear this theory about who it's gonna be? Okay,
I do.
I think it's gonna be Mace Windu with one arm. I think Mace is gonna show up. He's gonna be old as fuck. It's gonna be like Obi-Wan and fucking Luke, except it's gonna be Mace fucking Windu and fucking baby Yoda.
You think Sam Jackson is gonna make an appearance? Is Mace Windu again?
Dude, he might. He said he would. He said a long time ago that he would.
All right,
fucking do
I'm fucking down. I don't even
shit.
care if that is it. I really hope it is.
Cause how fucking good would that be? And like, I was talking to my roommate. I'm like, they have Disney money now. I'm like, they could get fucking Mark Hamill as fucking Luke Skywalker if they really wanted to. But I don't think they will. I think they'll get somebody and they'll resurrect somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. He thought.
I think Mace Windu would be a way better choice. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Because he's like not connected to any of the other shit going on.
No. And we never saw him officially die. We saw him fall, but we never saw him die.
Any number of speeders could have caught him.
Just like fucking Boba Fett. We never saw him die. And look at that. Right. After
When's
many
he coming
years.
back? Come on. They left us with that tease, and now he's just
He's getting a movie. He's getting a movie.
I thought they canceled those.
No, he's going to get a movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
But they canceled the Obi-Wan one.
No, they didn't. I thought that's coming out next year.
I thought they put them all on hold because, like, the fucking, what the fuck? The Han Solo one didn't do very well. And they were like, we're reevaluating all our shit.
Not that I heard of. I think I even talked about it in chat today. Obi-Wan next year.
Well, that'd be great. I thought somebody told me it got canceled, and I guess I didn't look into it, which is on me.
I'll look into it later, and maybe they were wrong, because like I would be all over a fucking Evan McGregor movie again.
Yeah, I can't wait. Oh my god, the reveal on stage, like even though it was Kathleen Kennedy that got to do it.
Yeah.
It fucking it swelled up my heart.
Oh, he's such a cute man. Oh, he's so
such
lovely.
A great dude.
He's so lovely. I love his face.
His stories about like he's like everyone kept going like, would you do a series if they asked? And he's like, yeah, if they asked. And he's like, it made it seem like I've been asking to do it, and they didn't want me to do it. And he's like, I couldn't say anything for years.
Oh, what a cute man. But yep.
That's gotta be a hard thing, like not ever talking about that with like anyone.
Yeah. Be like yeah.
It's such a big part of your life. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, that would be fucking rough. It would be like us not talking about any of our content that we made.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I'm a podcaster, and what's your podcast? Oh, it's I'll get the details for you later. It's my stream is going pretty well. What's your stream name? Oh, you catch me here and there on different stuff. I'm in between stuff right now, but
yeah. Fuck,
yeah,
that's gotta suck.
Fucking dodge and deflect. Yeah. Yeah, so the episode was great. Her lightsaber's dope. I don't know if that's what she uses in the show or not, but in
I think
the
she does
Clone
use
Wars show, but
one. I don't remember. I stopped watching Clone Wars like halfway through, so I need to finish that, and then I need to actually watch Rebels. So
when the lightsaber fell into the water, I turned to Fabian and I was like, that can't be good for lightsabers. And she's like, what if that was their one weakness was water? She's like, you just come into battle with like a squirt gun and just like squirt the lightsaber. It doesn't work anymore.
Right. Oh my god. Just fucking
instead of a flamethrower, you just have like a fucking like fire truck hose on your arm.
Like your fucking goddamn fucking Squirtle? Squirtle, like the Pokemon? Water Pokemon? Anyway.
I didn't know he was a water Pokemon.
Yeah.
That makes sense though, because his name is Squirt.
Squirt, yep. He squirts water.
Don't we all?
Ew. Anyway, yeah, I thought it was a really good episode. Really fucking good.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
I don't think there's that much more to say.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Just a good episode. Had lots of shit. It does make me a little nervous that they're dipping in so close into like real Star Wars shit. Because now it's like, is there like pressure to integrate with new shit that's gonna come out? I don't really love that. It sort of worked really well as its own thing.
Right.
I don't know. Because like Star Wars, I feel like has that problem where it's not a problem, but everything is the most important thing, right? Everything is destiny and meaning and bullshit, like the will of the Force and fucking balance, and this was just its own like little thing, you know. It was just about getting this kid to safety, and now if it's like, oh, he's the fucking real fucking, I don't know. I just don't want it to be another Force prophecy fucking like thing that the movies get into. Like if the movies take over from here, or he like Baby Yoda integrates into the fucking movies or something, I'm gonna be pretty upset.
Yeah. Well.
I'll still watch. Obviously, I'm a fan of the show. I think it's a good show, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I think some detachment is a good thing.
Yeah, for sure. Just have it be its own magical little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little contained little journey for baby Grogu.
Baby Grogu. Oh, Grogu. Baby Grogu. Okay, anyway. Yeah.
Also, shout out to Gabe for telling us that babies learn their colors in between, what was it, 2 and 3?
No, I thought it was 3 and 5.
3 and 4. 3 and 5, something like that.
Something like that. Thank you for answering our question.
We already forgot.
We would make terrible parents.
I know. And then you just have the book open constantly, walking around with the baby, and just you don't have to memorize the material because it's right there in front of you.
Or just be like, hey, Google, When do I teach my kid about colors?
Hey, Alexa.
Alexa.
How old's my kid?
What's my kid?
How old should a kid know colors?
What is 28 months, Alexa? Please help.
My kid's 32. He doesn't know colors yet.
Is my child special for not knowing colors before fucking 12?
Your child is colorblind.
Oh, shit. I knew it. I'm colorblind.
Dr. Who told me.
Oh, the who? Who?
Dr. Who?
Who? Anyway. That's, yep, good episode. Anyway, thanks, guys, for listening. Do you have any more?
Hope you know your colors.
Yeah, you learn your colors.
And your shapes when you're ready.
Yep.
And on your own time. We love you no matter what. Just at your own pace. You know, it doesn't matter what the other kids are doing.
Obviously.
They're just going to get into better colleges than you.
Yep. It's okay. We still love you, and we appreciate you, and thank you for listening. Don't forget to share us with your friends.
But love doesn't put food on the table, does it?
McDonald's does. So
love?
McDonald's.
Oh, but you need money for McDonald's, not love.
Oh.
Also, they won't put it on the table. You have to do that yourself.
www.mcdonaldsdelivered-directly-to-my-table.com. Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Thanks, McDonald's, for sponsoring this podcast. We're still waiting on the money. You could get in contact with us at twitter.com/therealportz or ignore Backlog or Evil Space Bunny. That'd be great. Still waiting to hear back. Thanks.
Yep. Thank you.
Bye. This is my third message, by the way. Thanks. Bye. I have roaming, so don't text me. I'll text you.
Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Twitch at Evil Space Bunny and the Real Portz. Portz will stream again at some point. We'll yell at him. Just keep yelling at him. Yell at him in Discord every day. Do it.
I just have a couple things I need to line up for the project. Permadeath, and then we're good to go.
Nice. Very nice. I'm excited for Permadeath.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Anyway, we love you guys.
See you on the internet.
We'll see you on the internet. Okay, bye. Oh, wait.
What? What are we waiting for?
Good luck, have fun, and be safe. I forgot my own fucking spiel. Holy shit!
Oh, I thought you did it earlier.
No, I forgot.
Well, thanks.
Okay, bye.
This is the worst ending ever.